Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to your reading for the first week of March. I am so sorry about all the interruptions that keep happening on this channel. I keep getting so many pop-ups on my computer with different programs. I haven't been on in a while because I've been in pain. But for your past, Scorpio, we have the sun. So the sun represents, when we're looking at your past, it represents the last week of March, and you were undergoing some sort of awakening or transformation. And when you look in the book, it basically talks about people seeing you as the wonderful person you truly are. So, something was going on, Scorpio, in your life where people were seeing you for who you are. Okay. So that's a good thing, right? Like people seeing you for who you are. You know, this is about success, recognition, enthusiasm. Um, it's almost like you lit up someone's day, Scorpio. You really brightened someone's day. And usually the sun is the card for Leo, but some of you may have Leo in your charts, or you just brighten up someone's day. Um, So, some of you could have gotten public recognition, including awards, promotions, scholarships, or public appearances. Some of you could have appeared, in public the last week of February. Depending on your job, you could have made a public appearance somewhere. And it says, success is all but assured. Don't be shy. Enjoy the spotlight. So, the angel message for this card is it gives us great joy when your fellow human souls see you the way we see you. You're an amazing, divine, you're an amazing, magical, um, beautiful child of the divine. Okay. And it says, this is your time to shine. So you're going through some sort of enlightenment, okay? Some sort of enlightenment. And clarifying this, we have the Five of Earth, okay? Now, the Five of Earth, a lot of people, a lot of tarot readers will say, oh, okay, the Five of Earth, you left someone out in the cold, or um, you've been left out in the cold. Even I've used that interpretation before. But with this awakening you're going through, I see like a different interpretation of this because to me, Five of Earth, I've seen some tarot readers interpret it as love. And I think this is you loving yourself. And we also have the Justice card, okay? We also have the Justice card. So this is you loving yourself and being concerned about what's fair, okay? Loving yourself enough to have, I don't want to say to have an epiphany because you can love yourself without having an epiphany, but this epiphany caused you to love yourself more than you have been loving yourself, some of you. And we have the Tower, the transformation card. This is the destruction of false beliefs, okay? And it's about realization, life change, liberation. And that's why I say that, you can love yourself without having an epiphany because not everyone has an epiphany. But I just think you loved yourself even more because you had some sort of epiphany. You had some sort of false beliefs destroyed. This also involves a life change or liberation, okay? You broke free of something the last week of February. You were breaking free, okay? So, yeah, you had some sort of transformation. And, a lot of tarot readers will say, oh, the Sun card is the very happy card. You're very, very happy. I don't necessarily think it's that you're very, very happy. To me, the Sun card, it can also mean relief. Like maybe you're relieved, Some of you could have been taking care of a grandmother or a relative, and if they passed away, it's not that you're happy they passed away, it's just you're free, you feel relieved that you don't have to do certain things anymore. Maybe you were in a certain situation, and it doesn't even have to be, the death of somebody or something that serious. It could be a situation where maybe you felt burdened and you had to realize some sort of important truth to get yourself free. Some of you could have been taking care of someone that's, they're still alive, but maybe that person convinced you that they needed to be taken care of and they didn't, and you had some sort of epiphany or realization that caused you to become free and to take care of yourself, more than you have been. Another pop up. So, this is all about, transformation, epiphanies, awakenings. You're realizing certain things that are not true that you used to think were true. So that's why I'm saying, just because someone doesn't realize certain things doesn't mean that they don't love themselves. It just means they didn't realize those things at the time. And different people learn at different rates. There is a learning curve. I mean, what may take some of you 2 years to learn may take me 8 years to learn. It takes different people different amounts of time to learn different things. But you had some sort of epiphany last week, Scorpio, um, about being fair and loving yourself and taking care of yourself. Um, to me, this is amazing because it's the reason why it's so amazing to me is because it kind of reminds me of something someone described one day when they told me it's like a bright light bulb went off. Like that's how someone described me one day. They were like, it took a few weeks, but a light bulb went off. And it's like some sort of light bulb went off where you realize that you're your best friend, you know what's best for you, and you stepped up to the plate. And I'm not saying you were not taking care of yourself, but you took better care of yourself than you've probably taken care of yourself in a long time. So, last week you had this major awakening. And with this transformation card, it could have been one of those things where it's like, like, well, even if you're single, you felt like, I'm going to take care of myself because I deserve to take care of myself. I deserve to feel good. I deserve to be happy. And, it's like I said, that light bulb went off, and it's like you did this for you. You didn't do this just so you could impress somebody or, look good to somebody. It's you did all of this for you last week. You loved yourself last week and had this epiphany. With this justice card, some of you could have gotten a divorce. There could have been a divorce, and after the divorce, you just blew up, with this transformation card. And this divorce caused you to feel happy or relieved. Something caused you to feel happy or relieved last week. And like I said, sun is not necessarily all about being extremely happy or rubbing anything in anyone's face. It's just you felt free, you felt relieved. Um So let's get into your present week, the March week. We have the Three of Air. So even though you got out of a situation, you're still hurting from it, you're still healing from it. So we have sorrow, forgiveness, healing. Three of Air is also about realizing some sort of important truths. And the thing I don't really like about the Three of Air is it's not necessarily like the Tower card, okay? Like, with the Tower card, it's like you realize certain things are not true. So you do get like the scales taken off your eyes, your eyes are opened. But to me, Three of Air is much more painful. detail. It's kind of like with the Tower card, a tower would be something general. Like maybe you thought they were always faithful and it turned out they weren't. And you realized that they were not always faithful. And that hurt, but it didn't hurt as bad as to know the specific details. So, like this week, some of you are getting to know the specific details of what you got out of last week. So, say if for last week, say if your partner was cheating on you with your sister, and this is sounding like some Jerry Springer stuff. I'm not trying to make this reading like Jerry Springer, but it is starting to sound like that. But I'm just trying to give an example. It's kind of like Three of Air is you recognize specific details about something that happened, specific truths, specific pain that you're going through this week. And it's something you're trying to heal from because we have the Empress, the Eight of Fire, and the Star. And you may have even expressed your pain to somebody this week. Like you told somebody some sort of truth that you learned and you expressed your pain. We have this Empress card. You are the Empress, Scorpio. You do know your worth. You are the Empress. You know that you deserve better. You know that you deserve someone who loves you and cares about you almost as much as you care about yourself, right? Or if not, just as much as you care about yourself. And I wanted to say just as much, but not everyone, I don't know if anyone can love us as much as we love ourselves, But we have the Empress and the Eight of Fire, which means communication, okay? So you're confronting someone with some sort of truth this week about something that hurts you. And some of you may be even talking to somebody about a heart condition. If Three of Swords is about a heart condition. And we have the Star card, which means you are healing, Scorpio. It's not like you're not healing. Some of you may be, whatever you're going through this week, you may be in so much pain, you're like, am I even healing? Is this injury even healing at all? If it's like a physical energy. If it's a physical injury, some of you are like, am I healing at all? But you are. With the Star card, you are healing, okay? You are healing. So the Star is basically about inspiration, fulfillment, great hope, great faith, the potential for your dreams to become reality. When I think of this card, when I look at this card, I think of like that person who the doctors, they try to be all, well, based on all our tests, you're not going to be able to walk again, or you're not going to do this, or you're not going to do that. And you're just looking at them like, just watch me. It's like they may claim that you're not going to heal, but you're healing. Whatever this is, you're healing from it. Some of you, if it's a heart condition, you have started going on a heart healthy diet, okay? And there's different interpretations of a heart healthy diet. I'm not a nutritionist, so I'm not going to get on here and I'm not going to tell you that to go vegan or vegetarian or pescatarian, or which is someone who eats fish and vegetables and fruits. But I'm not going to tell you any specific diet to choose, or Mediterranean or anti-inflammatory or any of that. There's like so many diets out there, but some of you are going on your own special diet this week and you are healing your heart, or you're healing certain issues that you're going through. And you know, you are healing and you're communicating to somebody that you're healing. Now, somebody who is hurt, if this is not your energy, somebody who is hurt could approach you this week and you could tell them that you're busy healing. So somebody, if the energies are reverse, it could be somebody could approach you. If that card is a reverse energy, someone could approach you and tell you that, hey, you really hurt me, Scorpio, and I want to talk. But you're like, You're like, I don't have time to heal you because I am healing myself. I am still healing. So this week you are healing from something, Scorpio. You are healing and you need to be patient with yourself. Like, I think with this transformation card, some of you may be trying to heal too fast. Like some of you may be putting on a front, or, you know, you did have an awakening, but it's like some of you may be trying to, in addition to taking care of yourselves, you may be trying to look a certain way or act a certain way to look like you're all healed up. But you just had this epiphany last week. So you're not all healed up, and you're not going to be all healed up this week. Your healing takes time, healing can take years. And there's a guy on YouTube named Rich Lop, and he's always talking about healing, and he gets on people's nerves. He's like, healing, healing, healing. Because people don't want to hear healing, right? People don't want to hear it. They want to jump into a relationship, immediately move on with their life, jump from relationship to relationship. And it doesn't work that way, because if we don't heal the issues we're going through, we are never we are never going to have a successful relationship if that is what we want, because the same issues are going to keep popping up in different relationships. So it's kind of like, and I don't know how long a broken leg takes to heal, but this is just an example. Like, say if I had a broken leg, and say if it took 6 to 8 weeks to heal, and I was going from relationship to relationship, pretending my leg wasn't broken, but I was kind of hopping around and not using crutches. And I'm like, yeah, this relationship, it's going to heal my broken leg. Doesn't work that way. Like, a broken leg, if it takes 6 to 8 weeks to heal, it's going to take 6 to 8 weeks to heal. It's not going to take like you jumping into another relationship and then it's healed. It can't be like, well, if so and so just loves me enough, or if, yeah, I wish, I wish healing worked that way. But that pain that you're feeling, it's going to stay a while, and it's going to take a while to heal. But I'm not going to be like one of those doctors and be like, because I'm not a doctor, and I'm sure I'm wrong about, some of you. I mean, like with some of you, I'm sure you do have injuries that will not heal, but you may have emotions that do heal, but I'm not going to be like one of those doctors and tell you that you can't heal. Not when I see the star card heal here, not when I see the star card here, because even if, you can't heal from a broken leg or whatever physical thing you're going through, you can still heal your emotions. So I'm not going to tell you you can't heal your emotions, or you can't, heal up to a certain extent. I'm not going to bring up like, I don't know, I'm confusing myself now, but you get what I'm trying to say. I'm not going to tell you that you can't heal from anything, because I don't know. And I don't know what you're trying to heal from. So, but this week you are trying to heal from something, and you are communicating that to somebody. You're telling someone that you are trying to heal this week. Not necessarily, I'm saying you're sending them the message this week, but you're telling somebody that overall you're trying to heal. So we have the Empress, the Eight of Fire, and the Star. So that's what we have, the Empress, the Eight of Fire, and the Star. And I'm sitting this way because I'm trying to heal too. It hurts for me to sit. It hurt for me to sit in my room for the most part on that hard chair. I'm on a soft couch now, but um, let's keep these cards out for further clarification or later in the reading. All right. So for the middle of March, we have the Page of Air. So you're getting some sort of message from someone. I don't know what the message is, but someone's coming in to tell you a message, or you're giving a message to someone. The Page of Air is someone that's often too truthful for their own good. I pulled the page of air once, and it was right after one of my previous friends had told me, "You seem lonely." And to me, he kind of said it in like a condescending way, but I couldn't really tell because he had sent it to me through social media. And you can't really, gauge voice tone and emotion through text or social media, but you can try. You can try. And he just seemed condescending to me because I had been messaging him for a while and he never messaged me back. And then one day he finally did, and he said, "Well, you seem lonely." And based on all the messages I had sent him, I'm like, he's probably meaning that in a condescending way. So either you're sending someone a message that is too blunt, or someone else is sending you a message that's too blunt. But I think it's somebody else, Scorpio, in the middle of March, because we have the lovers and the ego and the six of air. Okay, if somebody from your past is trying to come back, Scorpio, they are in the same energy they have always been in. They have not changed because this ego card, illusion, dependency, materialism, that is the traditional devil card in tarot. Okay, so somebody is coming back, maybe a past lover, but in this devil energy, they have not changed. Okay, they have not changed, and they may be sending you some sort of message. "Scorpio, can I come back to you? Scorpio, can I come live with you?" Something like that. Because this person wants peace, and this person doesn't have peace in their life. The Six of Air is about peace, it's about relief, hope, moving on, sailing to more calmer, peaceful waters. And the person you're dealing with in the middle of March, like, they don't have any peace. Their house sucks with this devil card. It sucks. I mean, I gotta be blunt, Scorpio. I'm a Scorpio myself. I've got to say it. It sucks. Their home environment sucks. And they either created it for themselves this way, or they're going through it this way. Maybe they let someone stay with them that's a drug addict or going through their own issues, and their house is not a peaceful house. And so they want to come over in the middle of March and try to be with you. I don't know all about that, Scorpio. If it were me, I'd say no. So, but that's just me. You can do what you want. Your attitude for the first week of this month is the Ace of Air. So again, a third card about realizing important truths, having epiphanies, Ace of Air. This is about inspiration, communication, adjustments. So it's like all these important truths kept getting reduced, right, Scorpio? First we got the Tower, which is kind of general, the scales being lifted from your eyes. Then we got the Three of Swords, like three important truths or a group of important painful truths you were realizing. Now we got this one important truth. It all boils down to one. And I don't know what this important truth is, Scorpio. I don't know if you're realizing that you're the only one who's got you, or that you're the only one who loves you like you love you, or what you're realizing, but you're having some sort of epiphany. Okay. Now, this is a brand new beginning, but I think it's with yourself, Scorpio, because we have the Five of Water, the Ace of Fire, and the Page of Earth. This is like that I got me energy. Page of Earth is someone who's reliable, they're a good friend. There's someone good to have in your corner. This is like the type of person who, you remember the old days in school where if you were sick, you could ask one of your friends, "Hey, I'm sick at home. Could you bring me my homework from school?" So, Page of Earth is someone who is extremely reliable and loyal and faithful. And now I'm not saying that this person is perfect. I'm not saying that like this is the type of person that is perfect. They may do favors for you because they want favors back. But I think this is you. I think you know, you're not going to be between a rock and a hard place because this is you. This is you doing favors for yourself. So, I don't see how you could owe yourself, but you are having an epiphany this first week of March that you're the only one you can rely on. And that can hurt or it can be not so bad depending on your situation. But we do have you crying at first. Some of you may be crying with this 5 of water energy. Like you're full of regret, disappointment, regret, forgiveness. So it's like you're disappointed in certain people and you regret having trusted them, but at the same time you forgive them because you know that it seems like everyone's out for themselves sometimes in this world, and um, you understand that in certain situations you may have been the same way too. Like not cheating or any of that, but you may have had your own best interests at heart in the past, just like other people did. But we have this Ace of Fire. So you're either regretting some sort of new beginning you had with someone, or what you're doing is you're letting your regret fuel you to start a new beginning with yourself, okay? It looks like you're having an epiphany about starting a new beginning with yourself. Like your attitude is you're going to rely on yourself. Or the Page of Earth could be the one you're communicating to about healing, about how you're going to go heal. Influencing you is the 5 of Fire. You're having some sort of tug of war with someone, okay, Scorpio, either with yourself or someone else, okay? This is like a tug of war. So maybe somebody wants you to be in a relationship right now, but you're not healed yet, and somebody wants to engage you in a tug of war, like they want you back, but you're not ready to be back. Yeah, this person wants a higher level of commitment with you. We have the Emperor, the Knight of Water, and the Wise Counselor. Normally, Wise Counselor in this deck represents the Hierophants and the traditional tarot. So somebody wants to make you a love offer. They want to step in. They want to have this tug of war with you. And I don't have my, unicorn cards out, but it kind of reminds me of the last unicorn. Where the unicorn, she was going through a lot after Schmendrick turned her from a unicorn into a woman. And she was suffering. Like, she was really suffering. Like, she wanted to be a unicorn again, and she was just holding everything inside. And Prince Lear came to her and he said, "Let me help you. With this Knight of Water energy, let me help you." So it's like you're having a tug of war with someone who wants to help you. They want to be there for you, they want to help you, but you're not budging. It kind of reminds me, Scorpio, and it's not funny by any means, but the reason why I'm laughing is because it reminds me of one of those grumpy old men, that needs help and they don't want to be helped, right? You try to help them and they start trying to hit you with their cane. Like that's what this type of energy reminds me of. Somebody wanting to help you, but you're not letting them help you because you don't trust this person, whoever they are. You don't trust their assistance. You don't trust them. Your obstacle this week is the Strength card, okay? Like I said, and this is another card about tug of war, strength. Normally, when we see this traditional card, when we see traditional card, when we see this card in the traditional tarot deck versus the angel deck, we see an angel trying to reach into a lion's mouth, trying to get something out of the lion's mouth. We don't see the angel walking with the lion like in this card. And so your obstacle is, yeah, you're having a tug of war with somebody. It's maybe somebody is trying to take away your cane and they want you to sit in a wheelchair, which this is being figurative. So for some of you it may be, I don't want to say legitimate. What's the word? It's not obvious. For some of you it may be literal, but for others of you, somebody may want to, like I said, someone wants to help you out and you don't want them to help you out. You don't trust them. Um, we have the 9 of water, the 6 of water, and the 7 of water, okay? So, yeah, this person is someone from your past, and with all this water, they still have all these emotions for you. Like they miss you, they idolize you, they see you as wish fulfillment. This person is like head over heels for you. And like I like the picture in this card because she's like blowing on one of those dandelions that's it looks like it's dead, but I don't study plants, okay? So I'm not a botanist, but instead of saying it's dead, it's more like one of those dandelions that's ready to like populate the earth, spread its seed. And this person, I don't want to say that they're ready to have babies or kids with you. That's not what I'm trying to say, but like I was trying to say this person, it looks like they're ready to like make some sort of wish, like they're ready to make some sort of wish, going after you, trying to be with you, and that's your obstacle. Now, if this is not this person, it could be you. Some of you may be having an internal battle with yourselves and you still have feelings for this person. You still see the good in this person. You still remember when you used to see them as wish fulfillments, and it's hard for you to let them go. So there's a lot of water here, Scorpio, a lot of water. And that could be the person that you're trying to let go of. If that's what's causing you pain, that could be what's involved in causing you pain if you're trying to let go of someone this week. Your outcome for this week, Scorpio, is the dreamer. We have the dreamer. You are starting a new beginning. This is a new beginning on your own. You're taking a leap of faith, choosing to trust yourself. You're going off alone. You are protected because you think you're alone, but you're not. Like this kid in the card, she thinks she's alone. She's like jumping around, trying to get the butterfly or point at the butterfly. She thinks she's alone, but there's an angel behind her. So it's like some of you think, that you're alone, that you're not protected, and you are protected. This is a beginning, and it's about believing and protected. You are protected. In this card, we have protected listed as one of the meanings. So you are protected this week, Scorpio. Um, and you get another card about awakenings. Yes, some of you feel stuck or you're going through a dark night of the soul and you're in hermit energy. You want to travel with this chariot card, but you can't. It's either you want to travel or you're having some sort of victory with this awakening and chariot card, okay? And you're trying to manifest something as well with this magician card. It looks like you want to be able to go somewhere and manifest something. Some of you are staying at home a lot and you want to heal by staying at home a lot, which I do recommend for like a broken leg. If any of you literally has a broken leg, you need to stay at home, stay off your broken leg, lay down some. I should be laying down with my pain, but um so yeah, you're going through some sort of awakening, some sort of new beginning. Now what you don't see coming, Scorpio, is the world. And this world card makes perfect sense. I was thinking about this world card today because, if Scorpios go through a lot of pain, and if you've been through a lot of pain, you've learned all the lessons that you've needed to learn. We have accomplishment, celebration, completion, all the lessons you need to learn, right? Not everyone knows about universal laws. If you don't, I would encourage you to look them up and read over some of them. I haven't looked up the universal laws yet, but I've heard that they're important laws to learn, to get by in this universe. But for some of you, it's saying you've learned everything you've needed to learn. You know, maybe not necessarily universal laws. Maybe some of you have, but you've learned everything you've needed to learn. And that's what's happening this week. Some of you may be in extreme pain, but you've learned everything you've needed to learn about the world. When we're little kids, our parents try to teach us about the world, right? They try to teach us, okay, don't cross the road without checking both sides before crossing. Don't talk to strangers, all these little rules that we think are silly as kids until we get hurt. And then once we get hurt, we know that those rules actually mean something. That it's true that our families are the ones that care about us the most versus other people. So, you've gotten to that stage where you've learned everything you've needed to learn. You've learned that your family are the people that care the most about you. The neighbors, people at your church, people in public don't really care as much about you as your family does. And that's what some of you have learned. Um, we have the Seven of Fire. And because you've learned all you've needed to learn, Scorpio, you are blocking some people out of your life. You're taking a stand, doing what's best for you. And with this Death card, which is your card, you are ending certain things, Scorpio. And with this Queen of Earth, you're choosing to take care of yourself. Okay. I like the Queen of Earth energy, but the problem with the Queen of Earth is sometimes if you have a Queen of Earth that hasn't learned all the lessons she's needed to learn, she may be too generous and too giving. And then when she's too generous and too giving, she can get hurt. And that's what happened to some of you this week. You got hurt. And I don't want to be one of those tarot readers that's like, this week you're going to be getting hurt. I don't want to do that because it looks like this past week is when you got hurt, but this week is when you're realizing certain specific truths about the pain you went through. And another pop up. Basically, you're going back to where you used to be because you started off as being happy, successful. You had it going on, Scorpio, and you still got it going on. But you're going back to that and you're not giving as much to people as you used to give. So you're ending things. Some of you could be ending things with a Queen of Earth or an Earth sign. Maybe the last person to teach you everything you needed to know was a Queen of Earth. So let's get some advice on this, Scorpio. We have the Ace of Water, which to me is about loving yourself, balancing out your emotions, balancing out your relationships. Be careful about who you give your cup to in the future, okay, Scorpio? Like this little girl, she's offering a cup of love to somebody. Some of you need to be careful about who you give your cup of water to, who you give your cup to in the future. And this is another thing Rich Lop says. Rich Lop says that with Scorpios, When we give our cup of water to someone or our cup of love to someone, whatever you want to call it, and they just toss it on the ground or dump it, we don't get hung up on that person and keep beating them up or psychoanalyzing them or anything like that. We actually look at ourselves as Scorpios and they're like, what made me give you my cup? And we start analyzing ourselves because we don't want it to happen again. So some of you need to be careful about who you give your cup of love to. Don't give your cup of love to someone on the first date or the second date. Take a longer time getting to know people. And with this King of Earth, you're basically being encouraged to focus on your finances. Keep focused on your finances, keep focused on budgeting and on your finances. So once you master those two things, loving yourself more and focusing on your finances, you're going to be in this Knight of Fire energy where you're going to be free. We have confident, passionate, adventurous. Some of you may need to go out and exercise a little bit. For some reason, when I see this card, I'm thinking about exercise. Once you get past your pain, some of you may need to go into physical therapy depending on what you're going through. So let's get some other cards. We have the Archangel Raphael Healing Oracle cards. And see, I just think it's interesting, Scorpio. I think what happened was I think you gave too much to a certain situation, and then you had an awakening, and then you started getting more specific truths about it. And once we start the journey of self-care, it just causes us to do more and more for ourselves. It's like, okay, well, this week, I I made sure to eat healthier, and next week maybe I'll exercise. It just builds and builds and builds. So, for your Archangel Raphael card, Scorpio, we have laughter is the best medicine, children, and sunlight, okay? So I'm not going to ask any of you to laugh if you're in physical pain. Obviously, you wouldn't feel like it if you're in physical pain. But it says, Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for reminding me to detach and find the humor and irony within every human drama. Okay? We also have children. Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for helping me to help children. Some of you are helping children, as far as if you went through pain, you're teaching children about how to get through pain. And we also have sunlight. Dear Archangel Raphael, please help me enjoy the benefits of sunshine in safe and healthy ways. Some of you need to get out and get more sunshine. And if you can't do that, there are these lamps that they sell out there. And you get one off of Amazon, and it's supposed to mimic rays of the sun. And it's supposed to help with bringing happiness back. I used to have a lamp that was kind of like that, but it was kind of small and it was like a little desk lamp. If it were up to me, I'd get a lamp that could like shine over me. That way I could lay down and just get the sun. But we have guidebook for magical mermaids and dolphins, and these are the last cards I'm pulling for you. The bottom card says rest. You've been working hard. Take a nap and get some rest. Some of you need some rest. But I'm going to pull out 3 more cards and then we'll end the reading. Yeah, you must have really gone through something, Scorpio, to learn all your lessons. And I keep pulling that card a lot for Scorpio, and it kind of gets on my nerves because I'm just like, okay, why do I get why I keep pulling it because it's in the card deck. I get that. But I'm like, I keep pulling this card, and Scorpio already learned all the lessons they needed to learn. Like, what are they relearning all the lessons they needed to learn? Okay, Scorpio. Your last three cards are wait. So some of you are thinking of jumping into something right now, but the advice is to wait. And some of you are healing your heart. Okay, we do get the healing heart card. And we have empowerment. So you need to wait before doing something, Scorpio. It says don't rush into action right now. Bide your time for better results. And I don't think this means like wait is in wait to start a new diet or something like that. I think it means wait before, doing anything too strenuous. If some of you do have a heart problem, and for example, say you wanted to get involved in a marathon or something like that, it's saying not to rush into action right now, but to wait for better results. Some of you need to wait longer. In terms of healing, you need to wait longer. Don't rush healing, okay? You don't want to rush it and end up with a worse injury, okay? So, especially, when it comes to the heart, because your next card is healing heart. You're a powerful healer. Keep up the great work. So, some of you have a gift for healing and you are able to heal yourselves, when you put your mind to it. If you put your mind to something, you can do it. You can heal yourself for some of you, whether it involves changing your diet, exercising more. There's all sorts of ways to heal yourself. So you need to keep up the great work of what you're doing. Whatever you're doing, it's working for you. So whatever diet you picked, if you got on a new diet this week, it is working for you and you need to stick to it. Some of you may be tired of it, but it's working for you. So keep up the great work, Scorpio. And you got some doctors out there that won't even tell you stuff like that. They'll be like, okay, well, take these prescription pills and and I'm not saying you shouldn't take prescription pills. By all means, if you need them, take them. But prescription pills are not the solution to everything. Um, now, once you are done healing, Scorpio, which you will be at some point, we have empowerment. You're more powerful than you realize. It's safe for you to be powerful. So, some of you, because of injuries or painful experiences you went through, you don't see yourself as being powerful. You may see yourself as being weak or as, not having enough strength, but that goes back to that first card we showed, which is you need your rest. And so that's all I have, Scorpio. Yeah, you're going through some sort of awakening. And it kind of reminds me of, the stereotypical Buddhist monks you see on top of a mountain. And they're sitting there like, and it's a big joke among people because you usually see that in the comics, like the comic strips or in books or stuff like that. And I don't think you're on top of a mountain, but I'm just saying, like, some of you could be at home and you're not necessarily going home or anything like that, but you may be just resting and healing on your own terms. And people try to call you and you're blocking the calls with that 7 of Wands energy, like, I got to take care of myself. Like, you just can't take it anymore, Scorpio. Like, you've given too much and you just can't take it anymore. So that's all I have, Scorpio. Um I hope you do heal from whatever it is you're going through now that you've had an awakening. Some of you could have had awakenings about people that you used to trust, and it kind of reminds me of the show My 600-Pound Life, because on that show, there are some people there that, they think they have people that are helping them, but they're not being helped. They're being fed hot dogs and burgers and, you know, I'm not knocking anyone's financial situation. If that's all someone can afford, that's all they can afford. But if someone can afford, good foods and vegetables, and they're just refusing to cook those for somebody that is struggling to breathe, they're not really helping that person. And that's just an example. I'm not saying anyone that listens to these readings is 600 pounds. I wouldn't know and I wouldn't care because I don't judge, but I care about people's health. So, I mean, what I'm trying to say is for some of you, you may have had an epiphany that someone that you thought was helping you wasn't really helping you. And so you decided to keep that person away from you, you know. Um it's not that they're a bad person, it's just that they weren't helping you. So, that's all I have, Scorpio. I hope whatever pain you're going through, I hope you're able to get rid of it and I hope you are able to heal. Because that's all that anyone wants is to enjoy a full life. And it's hard to enjoy a full life if you're in pain or you're suffering. So, thank you for coming to this reading and namaste and take care. Bye for now.